That's what it was. So they'll say, well, she's snatched, meaning no trace of flawed hair, like flyaway hair. Now, let's go to when people say the face is beat. It's because, like, see, I hear a lot of people say this, especially since, like, RuPaul drag race is so popular. You got gay people, gay men especially, just saying this shit, and then they're looking so stupid because they don't even know what the origin is. And that's important. It is so important to understand the origin of what you say. It's almost like someone saying, let's go to the cafe. I wonder how do you say cafe in French? It would be the equivalent of that if you don't say or understand the origin of the words you use. It's like if you don't realize that cafe is French, then you probably are, you started off wrong. And you're just repeating shit and you're not understanding the origin. So let's go to beat. Like the girl's face is beat. Like I hear people say that, oh, her mug was beat. Well, do you understand what you're saying? The reason why they say that is because when people would get in backstage, passes and watching the makeup artist do these faces, they would, and even before then too, though, really, but you would watch the people, getting their face done, and they would lay that foundation down and they would pat you really hard and make you flawless and blend with that sponge. So it looked like your face is being beat with a sponge. So when it's flawless and it's done right, people go, oh, her face was beat. But they don't even understand why they're saying it. But you gotta understand why you're saying it. It has to make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't use it, or ask. Ask if chicken of the sea is chicken or is it tuna. Please ask, because it sounds so much better you asking and understanding and going, oh, than for you to just be like, oh, what's the tea? Let me sit down and sip on this tea. What? What? The tea means the truth. It's just as simple as that. And you don't even realize how many words you use daily, like slang words that you use daily, that you're using incorrectly. It's just incorrectly. And it's like, why do you guys stop using it anyway? Number one, just stop using it. Stop saying the tea. I'm over it. I've been over it. I've been over it since Tina Marie said it 30 years ago. It was fun to say it when you were in the 70s and the early 80s. It was like, oh, the tea. Oh, what's the tea on that person? Because that's what they would say. The gay men would say, the femme gays would say, what's the tea on them? Because a lot of the men would try to pretend to be straight. It was way before this culture we have now where everybody slides in between, where femme and masculine are obscene to people to be asked. There was a time when gay men were really, really perpetrating this straight role. And so femme gay and out gays would be like, what's the tea on them? Meaning, what is the truth? What is their truth? And you don't have to watch Paris is Burning to learn this stuff. This is just everyday gay urban culture. That's what it is. And since you guys are trying to get urban and you no longer want to pretend that you're from the burbs, you need to know your vernacular. You need to understand what the origin is and where it derives from. You got to understand that. Otherwise, you just seem really dumb. And people like myself just listen and just shake our heads because we're like, you're stupid. Like, you have a degree and you're still stupid. And stupid is the worst thing to be in America. Because you can have a great position in a company, but be stupid. Because I'll tell you, stupid people don't have respect. Because I've quit jobs because of stupid managers and supervisors. Like, people like us do not respect the stupid. It's just horrible to be stupid. So I want to move on out of that because I feel like I've beat that to death. let's talk gingerly about stupid ass Tyra Banks. I can't stand her, but I'll tell you why she's a topic of my conversation today. It's because America's Next Top Model is done. December 4th marks the cancellation of America's Next Model. Right? Yeah. Right. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's done. It should have been done. When you think about it, this is how I think about Tyra Banks and Next Top Model. I feel like Tyra Banks was that relative who showed up on your mom's doorstep when you were a kid and was like, okay, I'm just going to stay a couple of weeks till I get on my feet. I just need to get a job because I can't live with my mama no more. She driving me crazy. And if I could just stay with you guys for just 2 weeks till I get a job and get on my feet, then I'll look for my own apartment and then I'm going to go. And then it turns into 3 years where she's like, she came up in your place, had a baby, you helping raising her, going to the store, getting Pampers and shit, helping her buy milk and formula for the baby, and the baby looked like a damn orangutan anyway, and you just sitting there hating every moment of her life, sleeping on your damn sofa. I feel like that's Tyra Banks. Like, she came in with America's Next Top Model with great intentions. I'm only going to be here for a little while. I'm simply just going to show you guys a few models, show you what I can do. I'm innovative. I'm a supermodel. Wait, we'll come back to that because you're not. You're not a supermodel, Tyra. Let's just get that right. But, she came in with great hopes and aspirations. And we were like, this is amazing. No one ever does this. Like, this is innovative. They've got instant singers, might as well have instant models. This makes sense to me. I like it. I'm down. And then she came and she stayed on your sofa for too long. All of a sudden, when people came and visited, there she was, Tyra sitting on your sofa. And if people came over for dinner, Tyra was eating your food first. And then going to graduation, and you having your people over for your graduation, and there's Tyra sitting on the sofa with the baby. And you're like, when are you going home? When are you leaving? Like, when is that happening? Have we discussed your exit plans yet? Have we had that conversation? When are you and your orangutan baby leaving? And that's how I feel. I feel like she came in our homes, sat down on the sofa, and never moved. It's like, ma'am, you gotta go. And then she started wearing these ridiculous, like, she's got no fashion sense. Have you ever just paid attention? She was a model. She was and the only thing I could think of is that just because you're a model doesn't mean you have style. Because people dress you. You don't dress yourself. People are constantly telling you what you should wear and what you should look like what designers put their shit on you, but you don't really get to pick it. Like, I don't think you get to say, hey, I like this. I think I look better in this. So do you ever develop a sense of style? Probably not, I'm thinking. So I think that's the excuse. In one episode a couple of weeks ago, she had on 2 different shoe colors. She literally wore 2 different shoe colors. And at that point, and I missed it because my friend Dawn, because we watch it to tear it apart. We tear it to shreds. And she was like, why she got on 2 different shoe colors? And I didn't notice it. So I had to go back and watch it and was like, she's dumb. Like, that's not trend setting. No one's going to watch you, Tyra Banks, and go, oh, Tyra had on these 2 different color shoes. I'm going to try that. Because the everyday person can't go to work with 2 different shoes on, 2 different shoe colors. That's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable at McDonald's, Popeyes, or corporate America. It's just not acceptable. And so what are you doing? You're coin smize and all that shit. But ma'am, you're long overdue. We have been waiting for you to leave for a long ass time. Now, when she first came out, let's give her that. Let's give her props for that. Let's give her props. Let's give her that. Because the show was good. You had your old orangutan grandmama, Jay Alexander, looking like she swung from vine to vine to get on to the set. Then you had Jay Manuel, whose hair was so platinum, I think you needed to touch it with white gloves like the Stanley Cup and put it on every single week. But, you know, I give him props because he knew what he was doing. You watched him and you go, he knows what he's talking about. Look at him. He's plastic as fuck. Like, obviously he knows what he's doing. His nose is contoured and he's perfect and his face is beat and the platinum hair. Like, yeah, I'm believing all that. Then you had fine ass Nigel Barker on there taking all the damn photos. I didn't know if he knew what he was doing. But I believed it because it was fine. It had that accent. So I was like, oh, I'm all about this. Then you had an old drug addict, basically Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous, a.k.a. Janice Dickinson, who was sitting barely holding herself up on the panel, which was fabulous. It's like, oh, you got an old drunk on here. How awesome is this? An old-ass drunk. Just horrible. She was the worst, but it was amazing. And then you had goody two shoes ass Tyra sitting up in the middle of this bunch, and it made it like Bobby and Whitney all over. It was like, this is great TV. So I bought into it for a couple of years. And then you get down to her firing everybody. First of all, they were on UPN, and then they went to CW, so you know you wasn't gonna last too long. So You fire everybody. Everybody's gone. You bring stupid ass, fat ass Leon and Andre Talley or whatever. He was so much better when he was a mystery, when you didn't know what the fuck he did. You just thought, oh, who is this? I don't know. But if he's there, you know it's amazing. So you get him on there, and all of a sudden you can't take him. You're like, he gotta go. I don't know what he brought to the show. He was wearing stuff, and it would get bigger and bigger and and I was like, what is he? Oh, he's got to go. So you bring old monkey ass back, which is great, but then you make one smart move by bringing Kelly Catrone on there, because she's amazing, because she's awesome. She'll tell you what's up, but you feel like you want to hush her up because she's too real. But it's just too much. It's like, Tyra, you don't know what you're doing. And who is notable from that show? Who's really notable when you think about it? Like, who's like, American Idol has produced a ton of artists, like amazing artists. You know, that Carrie Underwood, the fat white girl, I can't remember her name. Fantasia Barrino, who is everything. Jennifer Hudson, who thinks she's everything, but at least she's got like an Oscar, I think undeserved, but she's got one. You got that dude with all the makeup, Adam Lambert, I think his name is. You got that Devon Street or whatever, I can't think of it, bald dude. Kind of mixed guy, kind of hot, sort of sexy looking. You got a lot of people over there at American Idol. But okay, so who is notable from America's Next Top Model? We had Eva at one point until whatever happened with her. She's the mess. Like, I know she's on crack someplace because she's the worst. You got Yaya. Okay, so you got Yaya who's doing something in Hollywood. But honestly, reality TV shows, stars who go into like movies and stuff are like, it's ridiculous to me. It's just like, I don't care that you picked Yaya to be in a movie. I think she was in The Butler or something like that. Like, I don't really care. Like, so what? She's not a great actress. It's just like when people put Nene Leakes in Chicago to get tickets sales or whatever, to get the black audience to come in. So you put Nene Leakes in one of the most famous plays on Broadway, Chicago, and you put her in it, and you want the black dollar. I think that's so ridiculous, because I love theater. I love it. I absolutely am the total fag when it comes to theater. I love it, whether it's a musical or not. I love theater. So you putting a person like Nene Leakes in a play is only going to turn me off, because I know it's not because she's established and she's a great actress or a great singer. It's because you are capitalizing